Today we are exploring practical strategies for single moms to achieve financial stability and independence. Jennifer Delcomen from Evans Financial Group is here to help us navigate through this topic. Well, Jennifer, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and talk about, being a single woman and navigating through finances. Many times people think that women, take a backseat to finances, and that may be true in some areas. But let's go ahead and talk about, why it's so important to be so involved with our finances being single.
Absolutely. So yes, being a woman, it is most definitely very important to be involved in the finances, and it stems from running a household and raising your children and everything. So we need to make sure that everyone is involved, especially if you are single, or and of course, being a single mom as well.
So of course, absolutely, because those kids look to you.
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and talk about our first one, which is a big one, and it's always been a big one: budgeting.
Absolutely. You want to make sure you create a budget, and you want to try to stick to it. This means that you're going to take a look at all your income and also your expenses and see where your money really is going. Then you want to try to prioritize all the necessary expenses, like your housing, your utilities, which is all really expensive, groceries, and house, your childcare, healthcare, all of that is included. So we want to look at all of that.
Especially with inflation too, Jennifer.
Absolutely.
We see the sky-high prices at the grocery stores. Many people's grocery bill has doubled, even tripled. So definitely really important to budget.
Absolutely. And then if there are ways to cut cost, if you like to eat out a lot, if you like to go to Starbucks, those are ways that you can try to create more money in your pocket by just kind of cutting out some of those expenses.
Wonderful. So, and then the next one brings us to financial assistance.
Yes. So there are government programs that you can apply for, such as SNAP or TANF, or even there's childcare assistance programs that people can qualify for just by applying for it.
And where do people go for those,
So
Jennifer?
that would
A lot of people don't know.
So you would go to the Department of Children and Family Services, and there's a website that you can go and apply, and they tell you all about it and how the qualifications and everything.
Wonderful.
There's also reach out to the local community. We've got our food banks. There's utility assistant programs available.
Yeah, and we even have those food banks for Bossier and Caddo. Both have just started those for the summer, for kids and stuff like that. So that's a pretty good help for people needing it.
Absolutely. So those are really good resources to reach out or to tap into, rather.
Let's go ahead and dive into the income streams.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So I know no one likes to have to get a second job or whatnot, but if you need additional income, that is something to look at. Try to get a second job. Try to do like some freelance work, or maybe work from home. That's something. There could be some positions out there that you could they're more flexible around your schedule to bring in extra income to help to create extra funds. They're available.
And even on the weekends, right, Jennifer?
Absolutely.
Even if it's just one day through the weekend. I know it's kind of harder, when you're a single parent mom and you have multiple kids, or even a kid themselves, that becomes harder to have that second income. But even on the weekend.
That's right. That's also a great time to be able to try to make a little bit extra money. Yeah. And then also looking at things like taking maybe some extra courses to be able to get maybe certified or a certain license or something to make yourself more marketable for maybe a higher position job, or maybe a promotion at your current job.
There you go. And then what about emergencies and long-term goals?
Okay, so that's very important. So we want to make sure that you create an emergency savings bucket. We all know life happens, things can happen, especially with children. So as long as, trying to create that bucket with 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, that way you're not tapping into credit cards or anything like that. So having that emergency bucket, and then focusing on the long-term goals. If you have an employer that offers a 401k, take advantage of it, especially if they're matching it. And if they don't offer that, there are other instruments that you can contribute to. That way you're actually preparing for the future, for retirement.
There you go. There you go. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for being here today and for talking to us about this very important topic. I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you.
Of course.